was that?
Like a tree coming down or something.
What was that noise?
I thought I had to push it closed. So I like pushed a little bit and then the thing
I mean, the whole house just shook.
Dad's so annoyed.
Is he still pretending to be asleep?
Yeah.
You know what? Serves you right around here. If you go to bed early, which I tell you what, when people go to bed early, they basically want me to put succinylcholine in their morning coffee because I can't go to bed early because I have a Siamese twin that's actually not attached to me, but very nearby. So if I went to bed, you know what would happen to this person? Nothing. He would never go to sleep. He would just be up all night watching the backyardigans. Are you cleaning up the books and Legos?
No.
What if Santa doesn't come?
There would be no minifigures.
There will be no minifigures. Don't you want Santa to come?
Yes.
Well, are you going to clean up?
No.
You want Thomas to clean up for you?
No.
I think he likes messes.
I tell you who doesn't like messes. Who doesn't like messes? Mommy.
You don't want to clean up.
You don't want to clean up?
I bet.
Why don't we want to clean up?
No.
So, Daddy, Thomas is going skiing tomorrow, and we couldn't find the skis. Nobody knew they were in the attic.
They were deep in the attic too. I crawled like
To get to the
20
skis?
feet to get there, yeah.
You know what I like that's not in the attic?
What?
All Dad's windsurfing stuff. None of that's in the attic. That's down right where you can get to it all winter if you need it. He can go windsurfing. But sleds and skis, up in the attic. All the sleds, too. Winter break already? It's Thomas's winter break. Thomas has a very big birthday tomorrow. How old are you, Thomas?
17. All right.
I remember when I was 17.
Yeah, you probably got a car.
I did not get a car. I already had a car. No, I just did not. I did not get
16.
I didn't get a car until I was a senior in high school.
Like beginning of senior
But-
year?
Yeah, but you can have a car where I was in high school. You can't have a car. There's no reason to own a car if you can't have one. And you had a car.
Not really.
He did have a car. He had a car. It was a wonderful car.
No, it wasn't.
And then the car.
Malfunctioned. And didn't stop.
The car malfunctioned. How did it malfunction?
It didn't slow down when I pressed on the brakes.
So you hit the brakes and then the car just...
Yeah, and then we flew off the side of a cliff.
There was a car in front of him and the car was being very annoying. It was hitting its brakes a lot. So what he decided he would do is he was going to get over. So he was looking over to see.
Yeah, because you moved my mirrors early that morning.
You sound like Daddy.
It's everyone's fault but mine.
People love to talk about how people get in their car and move the mirrors and it causes them to have accidents. So then he gets over and he's trying to get over. He's so busy looking in the left lane that the car in front of him stops. And then the brakes.
No, it slams on the brakes to a complete stop, not stops. Like, I didn't slow down a little bit. Fully slammed on it.
Why do you think they did that to you?
Because they saw that I was being tormented by my younger siblings. They're just like, oh, he's a target.
He was driving his younger siblings home. And I had said to Daddy, how do you feel about him driving them home? He said, I think it's fine. So then when I call him to tell him they get in an accident, he said, I told you that was a terrible idea. I was like, you did not. I asked you what you thought. because I kind of thought it was a bad idea. So I asked you your opinion because I didn't want you yelling at me. So they've left the beach. I'm thinking, this is great. He's got these children in the car. He's going home.
Not just the children. I had the cats and the dogs, too.
He had the cats.
2 cats and a dog.
And a dog. And his brother and
like
sister.
14 suitcases. The car weighed like 5,000 pounds. Additionally. Probably another reason why I didn't stop.
You just thought that up right this minute. That's never even occurred to you.
Man,
One time your grandparents made me drive all the way from Miami with like 12,000 pounds worth of tile in my back seat. And I thought if I get in an accident, I'm going to be decapitated by all this ceramic tile. True story. So he hits the brakes. Well, he hits the truck in front of him. And the truck in front of him had no damage. But he had literally just left the condo. I've had just long enough to like fix myself a Pepsi and lay on the couch for 5 minutes. And he calls and says, what did you say?
I think I said, hey, I've gotten in an accident.
There's been an accident. I was like, well, is it bad? You need to come.
Yeah, I know.
They're all in bathing suits.
And I tried to back up, and I couldn't get back. Yes.
When he tried to back up, that's really when things went wrong.
Yeah, I was just going to back up and drive away like nothing happened. Worry about it when we got home.
Mm-hmm. The radiator imploded when he backed up. Mm-hmm. And the engine. The engine sort of, that was the engine's last dance there in front of the Walgreens in Morehead City.
Nah, in front of the Baskin Robbins, actually.
It was the Baskin Robbins. And then
something else.
The police officers, I pull up thinking, this cannot be happening to me. And they're like, I'm like, well, I've got to get the cats and the dog first before I get the children. Now, meanwhile, my car is full of stuff too. So I get the animals out and then I get the children out. And then I thought, well, now we can't get home. We only have one car. So I had to get an Uber to drive them all the way back to Edenton. And that was expensive too. And that's one of your Christmas presents you're getting tomorrow, your birthday present. You know what you get for your birthday? You get expensive accidents. You get a $1,700 car accident.
These are my only 2 mistakes I've made in 16 years of life. So
you get that busted snowmobile.
2 mistakes in 17 years. I think that's pretty good.
No, there's more than that.
No, there's not.
Car accident, the snowmobile.
Expensive mistakes.
What was the other one? I just thought of another one, though, that minute. How many pairs of AirPods have you lost?
Well, I paid for the last pair, so.
So I bought like 3 pairs.
No, you bought 2.
What else, though? I know there's something else.
Nothing that's expensive. I haven't crashed a boat.
I was just thinking. Well, that's true. That's a benefit. The car, the snowmobile, sunglasses. You lost any sunglasses?
Russell did. I didn't lose those.
Maybe 3 or 4 pairs of those.
I lost 2 pairs.
Oh, you had the testing done. That was expensive. You had that MRI on your knee. That was part of your Christmas present.
That wasn't my fault, though. Mm-hmm. And look, I'm sorry that your genes weren't strong enough to not give me ADHD or something.
You mean my genetics?
Yeah.
You got that mess from
you have
Daddy.
Bad genetics.
No, I have good genetics.
You guys gave me some bad genetics.
Daddy is bad genetics. Bad. Dad is why you're short.
Yeah, the accident wasn't that bad. Honor didn't fall off the seat.
Did somebody say
Honor
the
wasn't
dog
in
fell
a
off the
seatbelt
seat?
or anything, and Honor didn't fall off the seat.
No, the accident wasn't that bad. What was bad was the car
Had like an 8-foot trailer hitch.
hopping on to the world's largest trailer hitch. It had some of those bull testicles hanging from it. It was big, big, big trailer hitch. And when you went to pull the car off, it was bad.
Yeah, nah, we were sitting there like backing
They had
up
to get a crane
for like
to
20
lift
minutes.
the car. This crane came in, that fire trucks.
They did have fire trucks in there.
Yeah, they were, because there was liquid splatted all over
No,
the
there wasn't.
concrete.
There was not.
It was bad. It's very bad. And the best part about it was that it wasn't our car.
It was our grandparents.
It was, no, not our grandparents. Your grandparents. In particular, his grandfather. And this car was his life.
It was a 2006 Lexus.
And he called it
Like
his
the shittiest
baby.
car there is.
Now, that is terrible language. That is
sorry.
inappropriate.
But it was like not a good car.
Well, it was a perfectly fine car
Yeah,
until...
no, it was a good car for me.
till you
but
wrecked it.
Like a normal person wouldn't want that car.
Well, he really liked the car. And so a car, when you drive an old car, note to self,
The brakes don't work.
no, I'm not convinced about that. When you drive an old car, though, it takes very little to happen to it, especially when it was once a nice car, to be considered totaled. So the damage immediately, if you like spit on the car, is more than the car is worth. Well, this is not bad for some people, but for the grandfather, he wants this car fixed. This car. He wants another one of this car. Well, there are other old people that have figured out they can sell these cars for the old people whose grandsons wreck the cars. So suddenly a car that's worth $1,500, they sell for $12,000. And he only wanted that car.
He didn't get it though. He got a different. He got like a year older, newer.
What color is the car he got?
Same color, but it's just not the same.
I haven't
year.
seen the car that he got. I don't want to see it. I don't want to touch it. And nobody in this house is driving it. I had to write a check for the car. Happy birthday. Happy 17th birthday. A 2000 Honda Accord. That sounds like it's right up our alley. There's kind of a purple maroon Eldorado in Windsor, I was noticing.
You should have seen the card. The dad's getting me. Oh, look at it.
Dad, who?
Look.
Do you have some
Oh,
other
it's nice.
father that I don't know about? Dad is getting him a car.
Come on. Just wait.
Dad, who's asleep as we speak, is car shopping for the 17-year-old.
This bad boy.
You're not getting a car. Who makes the decisions around here? Daddy is not buying
Look
you
at
that.
it. Show them my new car. That beast. Thing's awesome looking.
Okay, do you know how much those cars are?
Yeah, it's $55,000.
Yeah, that's about a $60,000 car. That's about $65,000 more than the car you're getting. Because before you get a car, you have to pay me back for the car you already wrecked. How much did you make last summer washing dishes?
I didn't wash dishes last summer.
Bussing tables. How much did you make bussing tables?
Tips or no tips?
Tips. The IRS isn't
Probably
watching.
like $1,400.
$1,400.
Uh-huh.
So you're still a little short of the.
How much do I need to
Well,
pay you back?
You owe me $2,200 from the wrecked snowmobile in the car.
We can forget about that.
So you're $800 in the hole. So you got to work half a summer. You got big working plans this summer?
No.
Okay. Well, it's not looking good for you. No, not looking good. No.
You take on the responsibility of me making mistakes by having me.
I didn't sign up for this.
That.
I thought that I was getting a baby.
When you got
A
pregnant, you accepted it.
tiny little baby.
Yeah, and you got a cute me.
A little bit tiny baby.
Now you got Amos.
And now I've got these big people who are expensive and they wreck things and they lose things and they want things.
What do we lose? AirPods don't count.
What do you lose? Retainers?
I haven't lost retainers. Actually, put them in last night.
Well, I know what one thing you've lost. you've lost your ability to remember. Like the other night, he went to a dance. It was a wonderful idea. And before he leaves the town limits, he's supposed to check in with me.
You didn't give me any specific instructions. I'm sorry you didn't give me a curfew.
I did not give you a curfew because I didn't expect for you to leave the continental United States without letting me know.
It wasn't that far. It was like 20 minutes away. I mean, it's not far.
At night, and there's deer out there on the highway.
No, they're not on the highway.
And I think I pick up his younger brother from the party in my car. My car.
You didn't pick it up in your car. Your car's gone.
My car was gone.
Yeah.
So I picked it up in Daddy's diesel truck. And I pick up Russell and somebody else, and I said, where is my car? Oh, he's gone to a party in Windsor.
Is that what Russell said?
Yeah.
That's great.
I said, what do you mean a party in Windsor? He has my car. Oh, I don't know. I think it was of Sproul's. There's lots of Sproul's in Windsor. So then I get on my phone. I find my iPhone. Ding, 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 ding. You know where my phone is? It's in Windsor, my car. And my phone, this phone, which is also mine because I pay for it. Everything that you think is yours.
You can't take back gifts.
Is mine. It's not a gift.
You gave it to me.
It's more like rent to own.
No, it's not.
And he says, I call him and I said, well, first I did what you're never supposed to do. I said, where are you? Because you're never supposed to trick your children into lying, but I really wanted to hear it.
I told you where I was.
But he didn't lie.
Yep.
That you have one good thing about you.
I don't
He
lie.
didn't lie. He said, I'm in Windsor. Is it okay if I spend the night?
No, I didn't say that on the phone. I asked you through text.
He texted me. And I said, so at this point it's 10:30. It's cold. Daddy, I'm sure has had 2 drinks, so he can't drive. So it's me, the responsible parent, that is going to either
drive 45 minutes.
have to drive 45 minutes to Windsor
in the pitch black.
in the pitch black and probably hit a deer in that diesel truck.
No, or you could have had me come home.
I wasn't going to have you drive my car at night.
I already drove there at night.
Well, it was too much of a risk. I like my car. I don't want you messing it up.
What, you drive there and then how would I get home?
Well, we were going to have to go back the next day. It was going to create a lot of problems.
God, you do that?
So I said,
Thank you. That's
are the
crazy.
parents there? Yes.
I was told Waylon that was there.
They're there.
But it might have been a kid Waylon. It might not have been an adult Waylon. Now that looking back.
This
on
is
it.
why your grandmother, my mother, one time, my brother called her and said, can I spend the night at the Johnson's house? Beth and Frank Watson. And Mom said, well, is Janie there? And Adam said, yes, she's here. And Mom said, well, let me talk to her. And he said, okay. And he hears this. And she gets on the phone and she hears this woman say, hello? And Mom says, well, hey, Janie. Well, hey. She said, how'd you end up with all the kids tonight? Janie said, well, they're just hanging out. My mother got back on the phone with my brother and said, you need to come home now, which is what she would always say when she wanted. So he had gotten Beth Watson, Janie's daughter, to pretend to be Janie on the phone. That no fool, Mamie.
How did you figure that out?
Mom said she knew when Janie Johnson said they're just hanging out that it was a lie because no grown-up would say that. So anyway, so Thomas spends the night over there. He's back the next day at 7 a.m. How did you get in the house? Wasn't it locked?
It was a pain to get back in. I had to come in through this door. I opened like 4 different doors. Freezing outside.
And it was really cold. Serves you right. It was really cold. So then I said, well...
No, and then you texted me, are you home? Thinking I was going to say that I'm like in Windsor. And I was like, yep.
Well,
I'm
I
home.
didn't know where you were. I couldn't find you. I was going... Where was I going?
Nowhere.
Oh, I was going to the coffee shop to get Amos and I a donut. Well, then I say to my friend, who's our neighbor, oh, did your son spend the night over in Windsor? Oh, no, no. No, I wasn't going to let him stay in Windsor. I said, well, they went to the dance and then they went to Windsor. Well, their son called before they went to Windsor and said, hey, is it okay if I go to Windsor? And that mother said, no, sirree, Bobby, no, it's not okay. You need to come on home. And so at that point, Thomas made a critical decision.
I wasn't aware that he called before. I just had already planned before that I was not going to call at the moment.
So had you planned to spend the night over there from
No.
like earlier in that day?
No. I hadn't.
You
I
are
promise.
lying. You are a liar.
I didn't know that Lucy would let me sleep over there in her house.
But alas, you weren't in the house. You said you slept in a cabin.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But there was no parent there.
Yeah, but there was at one point.
On a cot. He slept in a cot. In a cabin.
I don't see the problem.
It's a
I've
problem.
slept on a tree house outside and you didn't say anything.
Well, that's because I knew the parents were there. I mean, we're not this old yet. I'm not this old. I'm supposed to have tiny little people that wear
Wish you were as old
bubbles.
as Grandma and Grandpa
and
were. And I can really get away with anything. Oh my gosh, Dad had the life.
Daddy?
Yeah, he'd like throw a party and then they'd come home. What's everybody doing in our house? Like, what if you did that?
They did have to get, they were like, where's so-and-so? He's asleep in the bathtub. That was Sam Emmerich, I think. Anyway. It's parenting 101 around here. I want my baby, my tiny baby back that was worried about Bryson go eat all his cake.
Yeah, you love to hold that above me.
He was a nice baby. And now he's a nice, broke teenager that's
Not broke.
that's not getting a car for Christmas. It's true. True story. Okay, well, you're going skiing tomorrow. You've packed. He's gotten his skis out of the attic. Did you look in the bag to make sure they were your skis?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Where are Daddy's skis?
Watch out.
What?
Where are Daddy's skis?
I didn't see him. Actually, yeah, I did.
So your 17th birthday's tomorrow. When are we going to open your birthday presents?
I don't know. You know when I get back.
Oh. That's too bad.
What?
There might have been something good that you were getting. You just know, I like full-on wrapped birthday presents this year in birthday paper. I was so proud of myself.
Thank you. Well, I know there's nothing good because there can't be anything that good.
That's not nice.
Why?
How do you know there's nothing good? There was something good, but I'm taking it away now.
There's not anything good.
There's nothing good anymore. He's very intelligent. That might be might be a stretch.
She wishes I would be a lawyer. It's not happening.
I don't want you to be a lawyer.
Yeah, you do. No, Dad does though.
Oh, yeah, what do I care?
Dad tries
I
to
want
like
you to be a
tell me
blogger.
all these like cool stories so that I'll be a lawyer. It won't happen then.
He's going to be a blogger.
No chance.
Tales of a
I
debutante
want to do something
son.
hard in life. I don't want to I want to have to go to the office every day.
If I dare you to tell Daddy that you don't want to be a lawyer and you want to do something hard in life and see what he says. Oh my God, you've never met anybody that works as hard as me. I just can't keep up this pace. I'm going to die soon.
No, the only person he says he works harder than him is like Elon Musk. That's like it.
I don't even think he
And
thinks
Elon
that.
Musk sleeps like 4 hours a night.
Daddy doesn't
Barely
think
works
anybody
harder
works
than
harder
Dad.
than him. No one. Not even like the president of Ukraine.
Yeah, he does.
He really believes that. He believes he's the best looking and the hardest worker. What else is he the best at? The best athlete.
No, not the best. He just thinks he's good.
Yeah, really good. Right up there. We're all subpar.
He's the best blood type.
He does have the best blood type. O negative. O, what is it?
So negative.
O negative. If you knew that, that's the best blood type. Well, Thomas, thank you for filling us in on your excitement. Thomas will be tuning in later with the subscribers, and any of my new subscribers, 2 people won necklaces tonight. I announced earlier who it was. Become a new subscriber and you might win a necklace. Happy birthday, they said, Thomas.
Thank you.